Let's talk about Giveon. Girl, I actually like Giveon. I did not know that Giveon was in a relationship. I didn't know. So apparently Giveon was in a relationship with Justine Skye. And baby, they might have just broke up. Giveon was getting ate up this week on Twitter after this user, kind of like essentially kind of exposed him for being in her DMs while he was in a relationship and da-da-da-da. And girl, now Justine Skye has gotten on, she was posting on Twitter, a man wouldn't know how to treat you right if you gave them a manual. I know I shouldn't, but I really can't help it. But blame myself for not saving enough love for me in the end. Whatever, I don't care anymore, I'm done. And she deleted it, it's gone. People who I thought loved me the most, I let break me the most. And those who actually do love me, I pushed away. I'm sure I'm not the only one, which is why I'm not even talking about this on here, because it effing hurts. I really hate the person I let myself become, and I know I want to be better, but I cannot wait for the day. It's like I'm in a vase. It keeps cracking, and I keep trying to glue it back together to appear fine. Doesn't mean it's not still broken. I really don't effing give a effing right now. I should have stopped a long time ago. So it sounds as though, Justine Skye is talking about her relationship with Giveon. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was, because this sounds like something I would say in my relationship. I've talked about, me getting back into the dating thing and me experiencing the stuff that I experienced in my relationship for, the last couple of years, like how hurt I felt. And I can honestly see and feel that steady adding glue, trying to fix it, but it's still broken. Like the vase is still broken. The vase is still broken. But we are trying to pretend like the vase is still a vase to everybody else. So we know that the vase is broken. But if we keep the vase far away from folks, as long as they see the shape of the vase, it's giving. So that's kind of like us trying to pretend that the relationship is good to everybody else. But true enough, we know that the vase is broken and it's cracked. So I get it. I definitely get it. I hate this for Justine Skye. Like, Giveon is definitely, they said this is how them LA dudes is. This is how they are. But I hate that for her because, she don't deserve that. And people just really be stringing folks along and not being honest and stuff about their relationship. It's just, it hurts. This is a little bit triggering for me, honestly, girl. Like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Because as I talk about this, I think about how it is for me dating and getting back into the world of dating and not just going through the motions, but also having to re-disclose to future partners or whatever, and how trash that is. Like, I just recently had to disclose not too long ago, and I was met with a little bit of pushback and like, hey, I don't feel comfortable, and I'm just like, girl, I don't feel like explaining undetectable equals and untransmittable. I don't feel like talking about that there's virtually no way for me to transmit HIV to you if I'm on treatment. I just don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing that lead work. I just really don't. So I hate this for our girl, Miss Justine Skye. I hope she gets better and find her man that deserves her, and I hope that she finds a better vase that doesn't crack so easily. Period. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Wendy Williams show. Wendy Williams, girl, they said the show must go on, that Wendy won't be returning to the show, but they damn sure will have somebody replace her until the time being. Wendy Williams will not return to her show amid serious health complications. So y'all know Wendy had COVID. She was in the hospital. She came outside with her socks on, rolled up to her thigh, and like they said, girl, she was supposed to be back on October 19th, but it don't seem like she's coming back. I think October the 19th is what, Tuesday? Or she was supposed to be back on the 18th, but she is not coming back. And they're going to have somebody take her place. I think it was supposed to be Nick Cannon or something. But girl, we're going to see what it's giving, because I think this honestly is the last season of the Wendy Williams show. I think it's been the last season for 2 or 3 years now. I feel like honestly at this point Fox will literally have Wendy as a robot or some type of what is this stuff when you have the little graphics and folks of whatever. I just don't know. Like what is it? Oh my gosh, it's like a telephone. I don't know what it's called. But a hologram. They will have a hologram version of Wendy because that's how bad they want this show to continue on and make the money it was doing. So I hate that for my good sis. I hope she gets healthy and does the things she needs to do. But girl, it's not looking really good. So let's move on and talk about y'all boy Fat Joe. I'm so tired of Fat Joe getting the honorary in. Like, Fat Joe is not black. First of all, Fat Joe is not black. I don't care how many black folks he's been around. He's not black. So Fat Joe, you know, was talking. Who was he having a conversation with, girl? Yeah, he was. You know, BET's doing Rap City again, and Joe was on there. Fat Joe was on there, and he just basically, you know, said that, you know, DaBaby is giving Tupac energy. Like, you know, he's, you know, what's going on? During their appearance on BET's Rap City special, Rap City 21, Joe took part in the game, which he was asked to name the 2021 version of some of rap's past legends, including Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill, E40, and more. When host Big Tigger asked Joe to name his 2021 version of Tupac, Joe responded with North Carolina rapper DaBaby. The who, you have to be the food. DaBaby, absolutely not. DaBaby does not have the charisma. He does not have the unique nerve and talent. Come on, RuPaul's Drag Race. He doesn't have it to even hold a candle to Tupac. You have got to be kidding. The only thing that DaBaby can do that's like Tupac is cosplay him by having his shirt off doing a performance with a microphone in his hand. That's it. But DaBaby is not moving no crowd like Tupac. Like DaBaby is not even a lyricist like Tupac. So please, girl, hold, please. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's just not giving that. So girl, I don't know. Like y'all keep giving Fat Joe like honorary cookout. What's the name? He says the N-words. He already, you know, was calling black women artists like crackheads not too long ago. So you know, how long we gonna keep? You're 40-something years old. How long we gonna do this? How long we gonna be doing this? Like, Fat Joe, please, go sit down, please. Somebody take Fat Joe to Piccadilly and let him have, like, some Jell-O, because I'm pushing her to retirement. Please. Carisha, please. I don't know what's going on with Tyga. Girl, Tyga then apparently smacked a white woman and is in jail, girl. I don't know what's going on. It is a mess. Tyga released from jail after posting $50,000 bond hours after ex-girlfriend Camaryn Swanson leaks black eye photos, girl. So Hun girl posted some photos of her allegedly being beat up by, you know, or experiencing domestic violence from Tyga. Well, it would be Tyga. Yeah, it would be Tyga. Tyga has been released from jail after spending hours in police custody after his ex accused him of roughing her up over the weekend. According to court records obtained by The Radar, 31-year-old Rack City rapper, real name Michael Stevenson, walked out of the LA jail at around 12:55 p.m. The record showed Tyga was booked at 9:31 in the LAPD Hollywood division. He arrived this morning to talk to the police about the claims brought by his ex-girlfriend Camaryn Swanson. Officers been investigating Tyga since Camaryn called it this weekend. She claims he invited her over to his home and then a fight broke out around 3 a.m. She posted photos of a nasty black eye claiming she was tired of being quiet about the abuse. So apparently she's accusing him of consistent abuse. And honestly, I don't have anything for no man that's like abusing no woman, period. But you know, girl, y'all be want to date these non-black women. Y'all be want to do that. So once they flip the scripts and act like the people who they are, when they show their real true colors, I don't have anything to say. Like Tyga has responded and said, "Girl, you know, TMZ trying to do a what's name on me, trying to bury your boy and da 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 da, and this is a false claim and da 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 da." And you know what? We'll see. We'll see, because right now it's not looking good for you, and it's whoo, girl. These men just cannot keep them hands to themselves. I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. Like, I just really don't see the purpose of needing to do that. So, he's out now on bond, but girl, we're gonna follow this story and see what's going on. I just thought it was very interesting because I didn't know he was in a relationship, but I didn't know it was a relationship with a white one, but apparently it is. But let's move on. I want to talk about the Howard University because Baby, let me type their name in, honey, because baby, Howard University is getting ate up right now, baby. The students at Howard University are protesting, and they are tired of living in these dorm rooms with mold. They said mold and mushrooms are growing out. There's rats and roaches. Like, it's terrible. Hundreds of Howard University students protest on campus Wednesday morning following a sit-in and Tuesday night after housing and other concerns. This is on the DCist.com. Students with the group Live Movement, a coalition of students from historically black colleges and universities who advocate for education reform, began their sit-in at the Blackburn University Center Tuesday evening to demand university officials, including President Wayne Frederick, agree to a town hall meeting by the end of the month to negotiate their demands. Protesters say that they will not leave the university center until officials agree to enter talks. Students have expressed concern about mold in the walls of their dorm, lack of COVID-19 testing for students, and safety on campus. Protester Tia Andrea Scott explained that protesters are concerned about students who reportedly been hospitalized after coughing up blood, experiencing mold in the walls of their dorms. Now, honestly, before this was even talked about, I remember seeing videos, I think last year or earlier this year or whenever, of some of these dorm rooms like looking like trash, just looking bad. Like some girl had moved it and it was like mold and stuff. Like, it looks terrible. And what I find hilarious about this, which is not funny, is how much the Howard University, how much money Howard always gets from people, from rich folks, and how, Howard is this, and then y'all got these students out here living in trash. Living in trash. Like, it is ridiculous. Shouldn't no student be like living in those situations where mold is growing out? Like, y'all need to care about y'all students, but you know what? None of this stuff capitalism is the reason why this stuff is happening. These folks have to pull profits, they have to make it, and a lot of times they can't do it. Somebody's going to have to suffer. Somebody is going to have to suffer. Because this is for profit. Like, we got to make money off of it. So, while folks is out here, the Howard, what's name, and, what's like always going up to these HBCUs and da-da-da-da. These are still institutions that are here to pull profit. So like, all that stuff is silly as hell if this institution is not even taking care of the folks after you. What does it mean to be a Howard alumni? What does it mean to be alumni of any of these universities and any of these places when they not take care of the folks that come after you? And they got freshmen and folks sitting here staying and stuff like this. We need to be holding these schools to a higher standard and stop trying to promote them as like they don't do no harm. Like I just really don't get that. Like it reminds me of how folks, politicians, we care about the troops, we support the troops, we do all the other stuff, and then every time I go into a VA hospital, the bathrooms looking like crap, smell like piss in here, lack of funding here, understaffed here, got to wait, like calling in medication is hard, like I can't, like it's trash. So it looks good on paper, it looks good to say it, but when the folks who really realize who really need the resources and stuff, none of that stuff is there. None of that stuff. Y'all don't care about veterans. Y'all don't care about, you don't care about that stuff. Like Howard don't care about their students. Like, y'all don't care about y'all students. Y'all got, these kids got to stand and protest in the middle of, a school year, and they're literally in school and having to take themselves and say, girl, no, we're going to stay in solidarity to bring awareness to this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, the protesters are demanding university officials make a housing plan for incoming freshmen and that all students, faculty, and alumni be reinstated as voting members of the university board of trustees. Organizers told DCist WAMU Wednesday morning that they may make additional demands but would not reveal them. It's ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, that these kids are being put through this. And paying tuition. Like, there's even conversation about like some students getting charged for stuff that they should not have been charged for, and like it's. I just get so frustrated when folks be out here doing the work and the PR for the institution. The institution sitting here harming folks, and we out here, like it's how they don't do it. Like it doesn't make no sense. They literally, you all are doing all the work for them. So y'all same folks who be out here, howdy. Take y'all ass up and talk to them folks and get them freshmen and the other kids right. Cause this ain't making no sense. Ain't making no sense. Get it together. But girl, that's I'm in on that because they got me real pissed and hyped, especially after going back and looking at some of these videos. But check it out. It's all on Twitter. They got a hashtag about it. Matter of fact, let me pull up what the hashtag was. I think it was Blackburn Takeover. That's the hashtag on Twitter. Search it up. They are going in and talk about it, bring awareness to it, support these folks. They got some cash apps and stuff. You know, make sure you find the right ones. But you know, like these kids can use some support and stuff. So let's support them by sharing this stuff and talking about it and keeping the conversation alive and all that. I love you all so much. I appreciate you for checking me out this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Whenever you're watching this, I love y'all so much. Make sure that y'all subscribe to me on Patreon. Make sure you're subscribing to me on YouTube. I love y'all so much. And until next time, I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.